Deep within the stone foundations of an ancient English estate, a sealed iron vault sits untouched since 1600. Restorers carefully break the wax seal, exposing centuries of undisturbed dust. Inside lie forgotten manuscripts that history insisted never existed. These are not draft plays or minor notes, but Shakespeare's ultimate lost masterpieces, waiting to fundamentally rewrite history. The fragile vellum pages flicker beneath soft spectral lights, displaying elegant Elizabethan calligraphy. Unlike his famous published plays, these silent verses carry an uncanny, dark intensity. Every line seems crafted with deliberate precision, whispering secrets that were deemed too dangerous for the public stage. The discovery instantly sends shockwaves through the literary world, opening a door into the unknown. Scholars inspect the ancient paper under high-powered magnification, analyzing the unique composition of the iron gall ink. Chemical testing reveals rare pigments sourced from distant trade routes, proving these pages belonged exclusively to the bard's personal archive. As hidden watermarks emerge under ultraviolet light, researchers realize these poems were intentionally hidden away from royal censors. In late Elizabethan London, free expression was a perilous gamble guarded by crown spies and severe punishment. Shakespeare navigated this treacherous landscape by presenting public plays that pleased the court, while locking his most radical thoughts away. These newly uncovered verses explore forbidden ideas of free will, mortality, and strange mechanical structures that defied 16th-century understanding entirely. The first translated poem opens with a haunting meditation on human consciousness escaping physical constraints. Rather than traditional romantic themes, the verse describes thought as invisible energy flowing through complex geometric patterns. It portrays the mind as a vast, self-sustaining architecture, questioning whether true human legacy lives in transient flesh or indestructible abstract design. Linguists analyzing the stanzas notice a mesmerizing mathematical symmetry embedded within the metrical beat. The syllable counts follow strict numerical sequences that mirror modern mathematical algorithms. It is as if the playwright was constructing a complex code disguised as poetry, embedding hidden messages within rhythmic cadence, waiting centuries for minds capable of unraveling its structure. Visualizing the Globe Theater after midnight, silent wooden beams loom over an empty, fog-draped pit. It was here, far from cheering crowds, that Shakespeare tested these forbidden lines in complete solitude. He recognized that public audiences were unprepared for visionary philosophy, choosing instead to preserve his deepest realizations inside private, leather-bound folios hidden behind false walls. Political instability during King James's reign heightened paranoia across London, forcing intellectuals to hide nonconformist ideas. Owning manuscripts with subversive philosophical concepts could lead to immediate imprisonment in the Tower. By concealing these revolutionary sonnets, Shakespeare protected his life while ensuring his ultimate artistic legacy survived beyond the volatile political climate of his era. Across 4 centuries, the hidden manuscripts traveled silently through dusty private collections and forgotten noble libraries. Unread by generations, the leather binding aged while the dark ink held its sharp clarity. History marched forward, empires rose and fell, yet these silent masterpieces slept peacefully, awaiting an era equipped with technology advanced enough to comprehend them. Modern multispectral imaging technology sweeps across the fragile yellowed pages, revealing hidden layers of erased text beneath. Palimpsest analysis shows that Shakespeare constantly refined these verses, crossing out lines and adjusting meters to achieve perfect mathematical balance. Beneath the surface ink, secondary notations emerge, detailing intricate diagrams of cosmic harmony and organized thought. The second silent poem introduces a chilling reflection on artificial memory and manufactured identity. The narrator speaks to a cold, immortal creation that mirrors human emotion without ever feeling a heartbeat. This haunting vision challenges our standard understanding of Shakespeare. showing he pondered the boundary between natural humanity and artificial existence centuries ago. Literary historians are forced to reconsider everything they knew about the Renaissance mind. Shakespeare was not merely reflecting his contemporary world. He was projecting his imagination far into the future. These lost verses demonstrate a shocking awareness of information, code, and mechanical intelligence, bridging ancient human drama with questions that define our digital modern age. Tension rises across prestigious university halls as traditionalists clash with groundbreaking researchers. Skeptics demand rigorous proof of authenticity, questioning how such revolutionary ideas could exist in Elizabethan literature. Yet every botanical ink test, forensic paper analysis, and stylometric computer model points to one undeniable truth. These silent poems belong entirely to William Shakespeare. The third recovered poem presents a stunning lyrical tapestry celebrating synthetic creation and forgotten cosmic order. It paints a picture of intricate mechanisms operating behind the curtain of reality, driving human destiny like clockwork gears. The beauty of the language matches the heights of his famous plays, yet its tone remains uniquely dark, visionary, and profound. When computational models analyze the linguistic cadence of these new stanzas, remarkable patterns emerge on screen. The structural flow of the text mirrors modern neural networks, optimizing information density in ways previously thought impossible for 16th-century literature. Shakespeare had intuitively mapped the core mechanics of artificial logic through the art of poetic meter. Inside a quiet Gothic observatory lit only by flickering candles, the central verse is read aloud for the first time in 400 years. The acoustics magnify every dark, melodious syllable, reverberating off stone arches and telescope lenses. The atmosphere hangs heavy with wonder, as past and future merge into a single breathtaking moment. With these silent masterpieces now unveiled, legendary plays like Hamlet, Macbeth, and The Tempest take on entirely new meanings. References that once seemed cryptic or metaphorical now align directly with the philosophical theories written in these hidden poems. Scholars are rereading his famous canon, discovering hidden subterranean themes hiding in plain sight. Advanced artificial intelligence models process the complete corpus of the newly discovered verses, synthesizing their underlying mathematical logic. The system generates visual representations of the poetic structures, displaying complex multidimensional geometries floating in dark space. Technology and ancient literature converge, proving that human imagination transcends time, waiting for digital minds to unlock it. The discovery dismantles the long-held myth that Shakespeare wrote purely for immediate theatrical success. Instead, it reveals a master strategist who intentionally divided his work into two realms: public entertainment for his contemporaries and deep algorithmic literature reserved for the distant future. His quietest work may ultimately prove to be his most impactful. Outside the British Library, heavy rain glistens on cobblestone streets as international scholars gather for an unprecedented symposium. Inside the packed auditorium, voices whisper in excitement as high-resolution scans of the silent manuscripts project onto massive screens. A global audience watches, realizing that human history has just gained a profound new artistic horizon. A visual bridge unfolds between the past and present, contrasting a flickering wax candle over parchment with glowing server racks. The timeless beauty of human language remains unchanged, whether etched with a goose feather quill or processed through optical fibers. Shakespeare's silent poems stand as an eternal testament to the boundless reach of human thought. Publishing houses around the world prepare first editions of the silent masterpieces, translating the mathematical annotations for a modern audience. Readers across continents prepare to experience Shakespeare not as a distant historical icon, but as a living, prophetic voice speaking directly to our current technological crossroads with haunting relevance and beauty. As light shifts through grand stained glass windows onto towering oak bookcases, A quiet reverence fills the library. The recovery of these unheard poems reminds us that history is never truly finished, and that great genius hides in quiet corners, waiting patiently until humanity is ready to understand its true depth. The final page of the manuscript rests in a climate-controlled glass casing, illuminated by a solitary, gentle spotlight. Its written words echo into eternity, proving that silence is not absence, but a resting place for truth. The bard's silent masterpieces speak at last, forever reshaping how we view human creativity and the future.